This is fantastic news for the New York Giants. Let's get into it. Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, a stupendous day today. If you love the Giants but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, especially if you want to be kept up to date with the latest in New York Giants news, or just for plain old New York Giants discussion like this. So, we got some pretty big news. Now, it's basically for the whole NFL, but the NFL has raised the salary cap by $30.6 million, which means more cap space for everybody, which means more cap space for the New York Giants. Now, according to Spotrac, the Giants have $38.9 million in cap space, but then according to Over the Cap, they have $30 million in cap space. So who the heck is right? I'm not entirely sure. However, $30 million in cap space is very good for this team. Now, would we love more? Sure. But if it's the higher amount, if it's actually 38.9 and Spotrac is accurate on this, that's fantastic news. That's almost $10 million extra in cap space. So listen, we need a lot, right? We need to re-sign Xavier McKinney. We need to re-sign Saquon Barkley. Those two are going to cost some money. But then we need to improve that offensive line. We need to get an edge rusher. I would pay handsomely for an edge rusher. It's not my money, but I would still pay handsomely for one. And we need some weapons for whoever is at quarterback, whether that's Daniel Jones or a rookie. The Giants could create even more cap space. They could create more cap space by restructuring some contracts. That could be Sexy Dexy's contract, Andrew Thomas's contract, Okereke, or even all three. I believe they could create almost $40 million in cap space if they are able to restructure Lawrence's contract, Thomas's contract, and Okereke's contract. And if those guys are serious on winning, they would do that. And then if you're talking about an extra almost $40 million in cap space on top of this current cap increase, Giants could really, really improve this team, and this team could look drastically different. Drastically different. An edge rusher is something that I would really love for this defense, right? I would love also to bring back McKinney, getting a right guard, improving the offensive line as a whole, of course. But without that offensive line, without that improvement up there, I mean, what kind of a year are we going to expect to have? We allowed 85 sacks last season. That was by far the most from any offensive line in the friggin' league. And yes, we had some injury issues, but who doesn't? Every team does. So the Giants, if this is able to happen, and if we are able to not only restructure contracts, but take advantage of this cap increase that the NFL gave the whole freaking league, well, this team could look a lot different next year. A lot different. We have to see, though. We have to see what the heck happens. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. What would you guys like to do? Yesterday's video, I mentioned, hey, I think in my opinion, it's one or the other, whether the Giants could either bring back McKinney or Saquon Barkley. Well, now, if they're able to restructure a couple of contracts, and with this cap increase, you could bring back both of them. Now, just on the cap increase alone, I'm not entirely sure because this team needs a lot. From receivers to offensive line, another edge rusher. Ojulari's not cutting it anymore. So they need a lot across the board. But this extra bump in cap space helps out a bunch. But then if they could restructure some contracts, you're talking about a completely different situation for the Giants next year. They could improve this team. This team could be extremely improved. A completely different team if they are able to open up that much cap space, which they have the ability to. Let's see if they could do it, though. You guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Joe, and until next time, signing out.